already heating your van. Most people just do not think about it that way.
Hey guys.
Simmering for 30 minutes on a single burner stove produces enough residual heat to warm a small van's interior by 8 to 12 degrees.
How you guys doing?
That is not a guess. People have tested it.
Okay.
Making dinner and heating your living space.
Oh shit. Here we go. Okay, good.
But there is a second layer to this that gets into biology. High-fat, calorie-dense meals like stew, chili, oatmeal,
Okay.
peanut butter.
Now, let's get to
Generate something called diet
Trump raises.
Your body produces
Okay, he raises the tariff
calories. Eating
on Switzerland
500-calorie
over a
meal 30
phone
minutes
call.
before bed essentially turns your own body
And over a phone call,
inside out.
right?
One
Over a
long-term
phone
van
call.
dweller put it this way: he eats his biggest, heaviest meal right before.
Now, I was reading this a little bit. And Trump says he raised Swiss tariffs after leader's call. I didn't really like the way she talked. He did not like the Swiss leader's call because, I mean, after the call, he said, I did not like her the way she talked. Okay, well, let's, on Tuesday, Trump said he raised tariffs on Switzerland after a call because he didn't really like the way she talked to us, describing Karen Keller Sutton was very aggressive. Trump imposed reciprocal tariffs last year on nearly every country, framing them as response to an unusual and extraordinary threat to U.S. national security from persistent trade deficits. Changes in rates highlighted as a systematic tariff landscape as U.S. tariffs included a 31% on Levi cut to 50% in November, while Swift tariffs, our averages stood at 0.2%. The House of Representatives narrowly defeated H.R. 1042 on Tuesday, and Representative Tom McClintock out of California, Republican, urged maintaining the status quo pending the Supreme Court's summer ruling, saying under current law, the president may declare an emergency and apply tariffs in response. Critics say the episode exposed institutional and constitutional tensions, arguing Trump's personal slight anecdote undermined his tariff authority, while observers noted the wealthy Alpine nation has been hit with one of Trump administration's highest tariff percentage. Just in Clewan's wrote. You know, Democrats talks abuse, right? You know, U.S. President said he raised tariffs on imports from Switzerland after a phone call with the country's then president, explaining that he didn't like the way she spoke to us. The Hill reported. In an interview with Fox Business host Larry Kudlow, Trump said he received an emergency call from, I think, a Swiss prime minister who described a very aggressive, nice but very aggressive. The president recalled that a woman repeatedly said, "We're a small country." Over and over and over and over again. I can't finish the conversation. Trump said, so the tariffs were at 30% and didn't really like the tone of our approach. So instead, of lowering it, I raised it to 39. And then I got bombarded from requests from Switzerland, and I decided, you know what? Let's do more. Ain't that fucked up right there, man? Holy crap. Shit. Now the thing is, fucking it, man. God damn it. Now the thing is, here, let's put up here. Let's put up here. Move the guy over here. Move the guy over here. Move this Mandalorian over here. Move this one over here. And let's move this over here. Let's move the one here. All right, let's go here. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, it's I mean, the thing is, Trump is tariff crazy, man. Like, dude, man, you know. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, if these MAGA fucks, okay, who support Trump, these MAGA fucks, you understand that their asshole in shining armor is not really doing his job as well as he think he is, man, you know. The thing is, every country in this world, right, whether you're NATO or what, you know, they have every right. They have every right to be angry, disappointed, you know, offended, you know. But Trump and his fucking ego, man, you know, like, what the fuck, dude, you know? See, I don't know if Trump has the mindset to actually have to listen to somebody and say, look, we're fed up because of this, we're fed up because of that, and here, this orange man dipshit over here, you know, in D.C., wants to put tariffs on countries that are angry at him because he's a dick, you know. Like, what the fuck, man, you know. You're going to give a country, you're going to raise their tariffs because they're fed up. They're fed up, okay? And he doesn't care if they're mad or not. You know, I'm my dude. So he gives them a tariff. He raises it to 39%, right? So my question is, look, orange man, dumb shit. And the fellow MAGA fucks. Let me ask you a question, man. If you were upset, if you were disappointed, pissed off, you know, and over something, and you want to talk to the president about it, that's like saying, well, I'm gonna raise your rates because you're mad, right? Ain't that a stupid fucking thing to do? Is like, if somebody's not happy, man, like, hear them out, don't raise their shit, you know, fucking asshole, you know. Raising tariffs ain't gonna help nobody, man. Okay. Donald Trump is tariff hungry, man. You know, he's hungry to raise tariffs, man. You know, like, what the fuck, dude? You know. So I'm thinking, like, okay, well, he's supposed to be this guy who's supposed to save the country, but what is he doing, right? ICE ain't doing it well. They're cracking, you know. They're about, to crack, you know. Like shit, man, you know. ICE ain't getting like. Is ICE agents getting paid? I mean, that's a question. That's a question that like, you know, that needs to be asked. Are they getting paid? You know, like shit. They're getting paid dealing with dillholes who wants to do violence. Well, ICE agents, you assholes, you got some that are not well trained. You dumb fucks. What crap? Look, you have 50-50 on both sides here, okay? Over here, you got protesters who are doing it peacefully, okay? How I know? Okay, check out. I did my third and final driving lesson, okay? I was with my driving instructor, cool dude, by the way, you know. I was driving this Hyundai Element. Cool car, by the way. Nice car, you know. Doesn't have the back camera, but shit, you know, good, you know. And we're at the red light. I'm seeing both sides. Peaceful, right? Peaceful, you know. So, on the other hand, you have paid agitators, man, who wants to get into ISIS's face. Then, if anything happens to them, they'll have people, don't worry, man, we got you. Do it to swing it a one-way bullshit, you know. You know. And, so I'm sitting here reading this, you know, like, okay, well, okay. And then I got bombarded with requests from Switzerland, and I decided, you know what, let's do something more acceptable. Trump was likely referred to a former Swiss president, Karen Keller-Sutter, who left office on December 31st and was replaced by current president Guy Parmelin. He had previously mentioned the same conversation during the speech at the WEF, the World Economic Forum in Davos, adding that he just didn't like the woman he was talking to be honest. Democrats on the Foreign Affairs Committee said Trump's words was a de facto admission that his tariff policy has nothing to do with national security, and argument the president often uses to justify tariffs, folks. Right, come on now, come on. In the case of Switzerland, he raised tariffs because he has reviews notes he didn't like the tone of the Swiss leader. The Democrat said in the statement posting on X, Swiss media platform, Republicans must unite with Democrats to stop this reckless behavior. I do agree. Because you don't like somebody, the way they talk, I want to raise your tariffs. I'm going to raise your tariffs to 40%. In November, the United States and Switzerland signed a trade agreement reducing tariffs on Swiss imports from 39 to 15. Switzerland and Liechtenstein also agreed to limit tariffs on tree nuts like almonds and cashews and almonds and cashews and walnuts, pecans, all that shit, certain fruits, fish, and seafood, chemicals, and alcohol beverages, according to U.S. Trade Representative Jimson Greer. Now, you know, I mean, it's one thing that, you know, because any leader who, if any leader said that, look, the thing is, world leaders are going to say some weird shit, and some are going to say some stupid shit, but there's some they'll like talk the way as they're upset, they're disappointed, not happy because of how they're being treated or the way the Swiss are being treated. So they had to make an agreement pact with the United States to lower it back to 15%. Trump can be a dick. He can be a dick. Do I like the guy? And is he tariff hungry? Yes, he is, man. When was the last time a president used tariffs this fucking much, man? I mean, come on, man. I mean, has any other country used tariffs on us against the United States? I mean, over the years, man. I mean, there's a good question there. I mean, have we ever got hit with tariffs, dude, man? I think we may have, but I can't say that we have because I can't confirm or deny because I don't know. But I think that we have an issue with ICE, paid agitators, ICE. I mean, haven't we heard anything about Greenland? Haven't we? I don't think we have. Very much because that talk about Greenland only lasted for a good 3 weeks or so shit. 3 weeks. My question is, how far will this go? Okay, dude. To me, it's more like, okay, we need to go after Greenland for national security. Don't we all know that Greenland is protected by the Kingdom of Denmark? Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Apps to boycott U.S. goods gaining traction over crisis and crisis over Greenland. Okay. Usage spike for dangerous boycott apps, peaking at almost 40,000 scans and rapid downloads January 21st, with Ian Rosenfeld and Jonas Piper reporting large surges. Greenland, a semi-autonomous territory of Denmark, saw increased U.S.-Danish talks in late January after Trump threatened tariffs and reached a deal with NATO Security General Mark Rutte, prompting public backlash. Using artificial intelligence, the apps analyze product images to identify ownership and origin, letting users set preference like no USA owned brands or only UE based brands. Creators say the goal is to send a message rather than wreck economies. As Christina Private notes, U.S. grocery products may only around 1 to 3% of Danish shelves, limited impact. In Copenhagen, shoppers were split over the boycott efforts, and with Mando'Ade used by over 20,000 people in Denmark and other countries like Germany, Spain, and Italy, and Venezuela with about 5,000 cans a day this week. So the thing is, it comes after President Trump repeated desire to acquire Greenland. Watch the video above for more. Okay, it's really at what's there? What's this here? Let's see here. Oh, here. I got it here. Hi, bro. Well, the thing is, when you think about, a lot of this shit. Now you see schools across the country, high schools across the country. They do a walkout over the ICE bullshit. So, yeah. Let's see here. Greenland remains urgent issue ahead of Munich Security Conference. What's Trump's aspiration to conquer Greenland mean for Canada? Okay, on Friday, Canada and France are set to open consulates in Nuuk with Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand and Jean-Noël Pierre, respectively, involved in the ceremonies. White House asserts that acquires Greenland is an important foreign policy goal, and last month backs off threats after a framework deal with NATO chief Mark Rutte. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Here we go. Okay. Officials said the consulates organized Greenland's grand autonomy under its 2009 Self-Government Act, giving Greenland an opportunity to practice independence. Jip Stensberg said Denmark and Greenland insist sovereignty is a red line, as Copenhagen announced last year it would spend over $3 billion to improve surveillance and maintain sovereignty with 3 new Arctic naval vessels and 2 surveillance drones. Greenland's main wealth, including 17 rare earth elements, and the control of the GIUK gap, are vital as climate change opens Arctic shipping routes, intensify competition with Russia and China. Okay. Let's see here. Canada's Maple Leaf flag went up, and that's people saying, "Oh, Canada," as Foreign Minister Anita officially opened the country's consulate in Nuuk, in UK, Nuuk, which is also the largest city in icy Arctic island. The significance of raising the flag today and formally opening consulate is that we will stand together with the people of Greenland and Denmark on many issues, she said. And then cited deepened ties on defense, security, climate change, economic resilience, and Arctic covert operations. France's Foreign Minister said Jean-Noël Pierre was taking up his duty as Consulate General on Friday, making it the first European country to establish a Consulate General in Greenland. Greenland's Smertik report that Peru has arrived Friday along with Canada's delegation, but said the consul doesn't yet have a physical consulate. Peru will take tasking with working deepen existing cooperation projects with Greenland and in a cultural, scientific, and economic. Oh fuck! Damn. Task with working with deepen existing cooperation projects with Greenland in the cultural, scientific, economical fields, while also strengthening political ties with the local authorities. The minister said France said the decision to open its outpost was made by President Emmanuel Macron, visited in June. Canada pledged to open up a consulate in Greenland in 2024 before Trump's recent talk with takeover. Informal inauguration was delayed from November because of bad weather. U.S. President Trump announced last month he will slap new tariffs on Denmark and seven other European countries that opposed his takeover talks, only to abruptly drop his threats. He said a framework for a deal had been reached over access to mineral-rich Greenland was reached. Few details of the agreement have emerged last week. Technical talks starts between U.S. and Denmark and Greenland toward a Arctic security deal. The foreign minister of Denmark and Greenland have had agreed to create a working group during a meeting with the United States Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Mark Rubio before Trump made his tariff threats. See, this is where it gets bad here, man. It does. Okay. Now, what he's doing is that he's threatening. He's threatening every country. And, I mean, he's threatening NATO countries, that if they interfere, that they will raise, tariffs, man. Because he wants to push because he thinks, well, if we grab Greenland, we'll have a complete takeover of the northern polar. Really, dude? So, now I'm going to go ahead and shut down one channel because it need to be charged. So, the anonymous Mando'Ade Network channel will shut down right now because it needs to be charged here. So, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and peace out.